Hi everyone, I'm Alex, and today, I'm sharing the hilarious yet disastrous story of how my perfect Christmas day took a terrible turn, all because of one step in the wrong place. Let me ask you first, have you ever had one of those days where everything seems perfect, but then something small, like stepping in poop, throws it all into chaos? Well, this is my story. It all started on Christmas morning. I woke up feeling great. The snow was falling, the house smelled like cinnamon, and I was ready to celebrate. I had planned everything, presents, food, even a Christmas trivia game for the family. But then the unthinkable happened. I decided to head out for some last-minute shopping. The streets were quiet, the decorations were glowing, and I was feeling festive. I was even humming Jingle Bells. That's when I took the step. Squish. Yep, I stepped right into the biggest, stinkiest pile of dog poop you can imagine. Let me know in the comments. What's the worst thing you've accidentally stepped on? I bet it's not worse than this. I froze. The smell hit me first. Then, as if my luck couldn't get any worse, I slipped while trying to wipe the poop off against the curb and landed face first into a puddle of melted snow. Perfect. Now my shoe was ruined, I smelled terrible, and my coat was soaking wet. At this point, I was so embarrassed I considered just going home. But guess what? I forgot my keys. Seriously, if you've ever locked yourself out, hit the like button. I need to know I'm not the only one. With no other option, I started walking to my aunt's house barefoot because I had to ditch my shoe. And every step felt like a walk of shame. The stares from people on the street? Brutal. When I finally arrived, my family looked horrified. My little cousin said, "You smell like rotten Christmas." Thanks, kid. Oh, and as if that wasn't bad enough, the Christmas turkey burned, and my karaoke performance got cut off by a blackout. So yeah, that's how stepping in poop ruined my Christmas. But you know what? It's a story we'll laugh about for years. Now tell me, what's the funniest or most frustrating thing that's ever happened to you during the holidays? Share it in the comments. I need to know I'm not alone.
Hi, I'm James, and let me tell you about the craziest Christmas Eve my family has ever had. It was supposed to be magical, but it turned into something straight out of a holiday mystery. Let's start with a question. Have you ever thought you saw Santa? Or at least something you couldn't explain? Stick around because what we saw that night still gives me chills. It all started on Christmas Eve. The house was decorated, the fireplace was lit, and the smell of freshly baked cookies filled the air. My little brother, Ethan, was convinced this would be the year we'd catch Santa on camera. "Santa's real," he said, "and I'm gonna prove it." We set up my dad's old camcorder by the Christmas tree. Ethan even left out cookies, a glass of milk, and a handwritten note that said, "Santa, smile for the camera." Cute, right? Around midnight, we all went to bed. I couldn't sleep, though. Something about that night felt different. At 3 a.m., I heard a noise. Not just any noise, it sounded like heavy footsteps inside the house. I froze. Who else would be awake at this hour? I grabbed my phone for light and tiptoed downstairs. That's when I saw it, the silhouette of someone big by the Christmas tree. "Santa," I whispered. The figure didn't move. I felt my heart pounding. I wanted to run, but curiosity got the better of me. I reached for the light switch and flicked it on. There he was, a man in a red suit, a white beard, and a very confused look on his face. But here's the thing, he wasn't Santa. He was the neighbor. "Mr. Peterson?" I gasped. He panicked, dropping the half-eaten cookie he was holding. "Jamie, I can explain." Turns out, Mr. Peterson had been sneaking into our house to leave gifts for years. My parents knew about it. They said it was his way of staying connected to the community after his wife passed away. But this time, he'd tripped the camera, and Ethan's trap caught him red-handed. When we watched the footage the next morning, we couldn't stop laughing. Ethan was disappointed it wasn't the real Santa. But Mr. Peterson? He became our neighborhood's unofficial Santa Claus. So, did we catch Santa on camera? Kind of, just not the one we were expecting. Let me know, if you had the chance to catch Santa on camera, what would you ask him? Leave your answers in the comments below.